Shiba. I gotta talk to you, man.
So, Terence, I think this is very interesting. Why would you want to explore crypto? Because I've been sharing with you crypto and asking you to buy. Why you don't want to buy? Because I understand you buy a lot of commodities. So yeah, let me know what's your about why you want to explore crypto.
But definitely thanks Ken for meeting me today. I was just actually exploring whether should I try to understand more about cryptocurrency. You guys know that I'm actually a travel content creator, so actually I use a lot of like multi-currency thing like Revolut. For info, this is not a sponsored post, but rather this has helped me very much in my travels. So I trust upon that there is this cryptocurrency feature inside the app itself. So that helped me just wanted to find out, whether is it reliable, is it safe to transact things over. So just wanted to hear your opinions.
Okay, I think this is a very strong indicator, especially I did go and explore. So Terence was asking me that on Shiba Inu, I was like so shocked, like, huh? What? So it's very interesting. Then I think that everyone starting to see more about information about crypto, then why everyone is buying crypto because of the fiat inflations. Of course, there's a lot of adoptions. People start to documentation down and tokenize the assets, real-world assets into the blockchain technology. But I think that Revolut is actually a very great indicator because they let retail investor have the access to get it. So answer to your question, which crypto is good to buy? I have actually a few areas. Part one is to see that is this a better platform for us to access to buy crypto. I think most of the time when you buy crypto, you must be able to sell. So when you sell, you must check the transactions, transaction costs, how much is it? Is it more expensive? Secondly, because when we're going to hold the crypto for long term, it's just like you save your money inside your bank, whether you can get interest or not.
That's right.
So for Revolut, they don't have the feature yet, I suppose, because I didn't see anything inside. So you can't earn interest. So if you're holding long term, it might not be benefit. Third, you cannot transfer to your other exchange wallet. Like, whether I have other exchange at Bybit, crypto.com, and any other exchange, I cannot transfer out. I can only change it to USD within the ecosystem, but I definitely can buy a Bitcoin and send it to you. So I think this is another way that is very smart that they let the ecosystem stay within very strong, because it's like how many millions of users?
Many things. Globally, I think a lot of people are using this.
Millions of users are using it. So I think that it's very interesting. But another thing that to see whether is this crypto a good buy, I think there's a few indicators that I come up with, because we are a marketer.
Yeah.
So we use the business perspective to look at the PES thing, the political, economical, technology, and the social, all these things. So on political, I think that if a crypto is legalized or maybe the government are using it, the real world, like for example, Avalanche is used by Singapore MAS. They use it as a tokenized project. They are still testing. That's why Avalanche price pump, and of course with Amazon are using Avalanche also. Avalanche is another crypto. So I think political wise, we need to consider that. Then economic is like, what are the things that build in the ecosystem? Just like Singapore and Malaysia. And Malaysia, they are Singaporean, like why is Singapore dollar value are higher? Malaysia, what are the things that is building on it? So if you have more things in the ecosystem, I think it will bring out the value though.
Just to interject here a little bit, maybe you could share with me, right, in terms of whether crypto, right, is readily getting more recognition in Singapore itself. I think because just now you mentioned that Singapore being in the economic sector, right, I think we are strong in terms of our currency, but in terms of adoption of cryptocurrency, how would you actually describe that?
I think Singapore is one of the largest crypto users in the world.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yes, so Singapore is Asia considered like top 1 to 2 country that is exposed a lot into cryptocurrency. That's why Singapore government has a lot of restrictions, like some exchange cannot use it in Singapore. That's because they want to make sure that Singapore is being safe, captured with all the regulations, all these things. So we gotta be a safe investor. Yeah, I think that there's a lot of projects is built in Singapore as well. So a lot of famous projects like Zilica, Those are very big project also in the Singapore ecosystem.
Okay.
So as is social, that means like the community, like how strong it is. Because a lot of community, they come and go. But whether who are staying on, that's why like Shiba Inu is a very strong community project. Because if you want to look into it, what are the use case? To be honest, there's no use case.
Okay.
But the moment when I buy Shiba Inu that time, I only buy $300. And now it become $3,000 over.
Wow.
So it's a lot.
Over.
Yeah, it's just really lucky, but we won't know which is the better. That's why we need to spread our back. But Shiba Inu will actually go quite far. So on technology, what are the things that they are solving the real problem? Like Amazon use Avalanche, the blockchain, to store their data storage. So that's a good use case.
Right.
Then of course with like for title deed, our car ownership, all these things can remain on blockchain, then we can see. So what is the real technology that's solving the real life problem? It actually will help people adoptions. So those are the things. And of course I also share with you a few tokens. Like for example, people ask whether should I buy Bitcoin. So take note of them that Bitcoin is 50,000 right now.
Anyway, just to cut a bit, months ago when we make this video, Bitcoin is actually on 50,000. Right now, it's at 67,000. So let's continue to watch that vlog.
3-4 months ago is 16,000.
Okay.
Their all-time high is 64,000, 65,000. So if now you buy Bitcoin, even though it go until 100,000 right, it's 2x.
Okay.
This is very important. Like I introduced you like XRP, I think you will go to $5. So now it's 50 cents to $5 is 10x. It's easier for 50 cents to $5 rather than 50,000 to 100,000.
That's true.
So I will buy based on what is the potential upside.
The growth.
Yeah, the growth. If I buy $1 or $100, it becomes $200, and I have risk to become $10,000. If I smaller amount, I think still okay.
Okay.
So these are the things. But one thing I also wanted to understand, for you buy stocks, you buy commodities, all these things. So what are the difference that for you to look at it like as an investor at your area? Whether you are big or small, you always say that you buy very small, but it's like buying SIA, share stocks, all these things. But what are your point of view as a new investor versus like to crypto? What is your take?
Okay.
Traditional?
I guess definitely I'm a very risk-averse person for sure. That's why the uncertainty of cryptocurrency is always something that is putting me back. Knowing the fact that it's very volatile. It comes and goes. Of course, you can make big money out of it overnight. But at the same time, you may lose everything also. So unlike the traditional approaches, right, like commodities and shares, I would say a lot more information is more readily available about big companies, what they do, how they transact, and it's all backed up by a very strong legal system to ensure that the investors are well protected. So answering your question, right, it's really the amount of information available, and at the same time, whether is it accessible by noob investors like myself.
I think you are right, because if it's in blockchain, right, like I recently got scammed. One button, 3,000 over value gone. When all time high, I might lost about 10 over 1,000. But if it's bank, that if I got hacked, I can claim back my money.
That's true.
So I think that's also another type of assurance that you might not lose everything, and because it's being well protected. And I think that in Singapore, the government and the government agency, we do a lot of things behind the scene to actually protect investors. That's why now, last time, when I think you've heard a lot, right? People said, yeah, a lot of mafia, drug, money laundering using crypto to do all these transactions.
Yes.
But in fact, right, if you do anything on blockchain, right, everything is traceable. So whoever use that to do illegal transaction is kind of stupid. Yeah, it's really can trace out because everything is very transparent and decentralized. Nobody can hide. And some more Singapore government, right, they actually put in like almost all the whole world, US, UK, they actually require the exchange to have KYC. KYC is know your customer. So that means if today I'm doing some illegal money laundering activity, as I exposed to my ID, I will get caught.
Okay.
Last time cannot. Last time is I only have the address. I won't know who is the one that using this address. but now because of KYC, so now like I think it's moving forward on adoptions, not only on the Bitcoin ETF, which is just approved, but only months only, but already overtake diamonds, or maybe almost gold ETF, silver ETF, volume after capability.
I think we are getting very technical here.
Yeah.
This noob here doesn't really understand much.
So my point is like the big money is floating into the market. So that's why I think more adoption will come in. Especially like if you invest in the ETF.
No, I don't.
Yeah. So like a lot of people, they will invest in ETF like gold and all these things. But what I can see is I think the money comes in, will have more addictions.
Okay.
Yeah. So what would you expect to know more?
Yeah. So I think now going back to the bigger question, right? Because I was just exploring whether is it worth the while to try cryptocurrency purchase via the Revolut account. So maybe you could give us a summary of whether should I go for it or should I not?
Wow. It's a challenging question. If it's exposed into Revolut ecosystem, I think you can buy some to test it out. Like what you said, you buy $5, whether you can get a chicken rice, make a profit from chicken rice. But as a seasoned crypto investor, I won't use Revolut because I cannot transfer out or earn interest earning.
Okay.
But I will still buy some because I can make some instant profit, or maybe I can give it to my friend whoever use Revolut.
Okay.
I think it will be very interesting that if I send my friend like, oh, I'll send you $5 Shiba Inu.
Okay.
I think that it will be very fun because I think getting him to touch on crypto and ask me crypto, I was like so shocked. Like, huh?
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I really had to ask him because he's like my close friend who really knows cryptocurrency in and out. So who best, to reach out to rather than me, looking at things aimlessly over the internet. I rather just consult someone who is more professional in this area.
So I think that I like this kind of topic in Can You Do It channel.
Oh yes.
Because you're exploring, then I can answer. Then of course something I want to ask you also. So you can give me a lot of tips like stock, where do I buy stocks, all these things, and we can explore a lot of different kind of topic on it. Yeah.
Okay.
So I kind of like this series to explore more.
Yeah. So to more series like this.
Down.
And I hope you have also learned a little bit more about cryptocurrency, how we assess, using the PEST framework. I think that was very helpful for me personally. So I'm sure this will not be the only time that we're going to talk about this, because I'm going to go back to the internet to read up more, to understand more, to talk to even Ken, offline, to understand a little bit more of the structure itself. So yeah.
Probably I will, because he's been asking me to do the 101 crypto. So for him and for whoever is asking, I think probably I'll dive deep a bit to make it very simple, and someone is my best persona to give me the real feedback that I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, this is good. This is good value. So yeah, I will upgrade better to making more understand, like more easy to understand for the space that whoever come into it. Of course, if you want to sign up Revolut, you can use my link. Non-sponsor anyway. So I think there's a few good function, especially for travel, right? Yeah, to not to expose your original card.
Yes.
Head overseas. This is a good area to need.
Yep.
Yeah. So more travel tips, more whatever things you want to know, let us know.
All right. See you then. Bye.